Alright, welcome back to the series of unboxing of the CRKT lineup collection that I ended up having through this package thing from Amazon. So, I have another one for you guys today, obviously. And this one's a big one. This one's probably the biggest box out of the entire 5 boxes that were in the package. And this one is the M16 14 ZLEK Carson M16. I'm just reading what that is right here. But it's the CRKT M16 14 ZLEK EDC folder pocket knife, law enforcement, everyday carry, black serrated blade, Tonto, seatbelt cutter, automated liner safety, nylon handle with window breaker and 4-position pocket clip. Why does Amazon do that? They give like the longest paragraph title for just something that should be CRKT Carson M16 14 ZLEK or something. I don't know. So yeah, let's open this thing up, because that was that was a lot for me. So, confidence in hand, I agree with that. This is different. They wrapped this on top of the knife. And there's more literature. Oh, so it's teaching you about the lock. Oh, okay. It's teaching you about the specific kind of lock on there. It turns it into a fixed blade. All you got to do is pull that lever back. I'll show you guys. But it just teaches you about the lock. So that way you don't go cutting yourself trying to figure something out and try to blame it on them when, you know, you should be using common sense. But they provide you with a little bit of common sense, so you don't do that. Confidence in hand, I agree with that. Oh, okay, so it doesn't open like that. It opens like yawn. Alright. So I like this. How to survive when trapped in a submerged car. Hold your breath and hope for the best. Force the door open with your feet. Use the M16 22 ZLEK to cut your seatbelt and break the window. And that's this one right here. And it's designed by Kit Carson. And yes, I am also a Kit Carson fan. I think I have a couple of other of his stuff. 1 or 2 other ones, I think. But they have they have a lot of good stuff in mind when it comes to what they design. Comes in a plastic sleeve. And yes, this is a plastic handle, but it is over steel liners. Another thing that I really like about this knife is that it's blacked out. So, this to me is tasty. Of course, you got your glass breaker. That is, I gotta be honest with you, that is a serious glass breaker. That is not recessed at all. It's like a nail sticking out. That's pretty dangerous. Like if you hit somebody with this, that's gonna suck. I mean, because a normal glass breaker, you hit somebody and they get ow, you know. But if you hit somebody with this, that's probably gonna be worse. So, looks like a flipper design, and of course you got your thumb stud right there. But I can't really get to it. It does have a texture on top of it, but I'm not really, I think it's mostly for this. You got that flipper, and then of course you got this special locking mechanism that you actually have to, because you cannot, it's a liner lock, and you cannot unlock it any other way unless you push this down first, push that down, and then it closes. What's cool and interesting about this knife is the fact that it has a built-in seatbelt cutter right here, so you can cut with that. You got your glass breaker, and oh, awesome. I am really happy now. I was actually looking for this. So, this knife can be held. It's 4-way positionable. You can move the pocket clip from here to here, so you can move it from tip up, tip down carry, right or left hand, and it is tapped for all 4 sides. Good job, CRKT. That's one thing I just hated about the fact that sometimes when you get a tip-down carry, it is strictly tip-down and it's only one way to carry it, but this is 4-way compatible. Love it. Thumbs up to you, CRKT. I love it, man. Keep doing what you guys are doing. So, that's really good. That puts me in a better mood now. So now I can actually carry it without having to worry about how I want to carry it. I can just screw it in the way I want to. Carson design, M16 14ZLEK. So if you guys want to look that up, that is the CRKT, all of that right there, instead of the humongo paragraph title that Amazon has. So this thumb stud, it really isn't really a thumb stud. From what I can gather just by looking at it, it's more of a blade stop. Forward, or backward and forward. So, that's kind of a neat design. And of course, this acts as a finger guard. Of course, Tonto tip. Really, really like the Tonto tip. And it has grip to it. These holes aren't exactly useless. They are good for grip. And yes, this does feel a little bit heavy. So let's go ahead and get into the specs of this knife. Hold on one moment. Yeah, so they call this a black nylon handle. Alright, so 3.75, so it's almost a 4-inch blade. It's combination edge, so you got the half serrations right here, you got the teeth right here, and then you got the rest of the blade. The blade finish is called titanium nitride. So this black stuff on there isn't just metal paint, it's titanium nitride. Of course, it's hollow grind. Closed length is 5.5, open length is 9.25. The weight is 6.2 ounces, glass reinforced nylon. And the steel on this is AUS 8. Super cool. Alright, I'm familiar with AUS 8, as you guys know. Let's go ahead and get some specs in for you guys before this is all done. So yeah, I'm actually really, really excited about this one knife. I had it in my Amazon cart for months before I can really decide whether or not I really wanted it. Over 5 ounces, 6.40 ounces. So this is a bit of a chunky, heavy knife, but that's not really going to bother me too much. It just doesn't. Go ahead and get the thickness of everything here. .0 millimeters. Excuse me, sorry about that. 14.2 millimeters, okay, on the handle, and on the blade, you're looking at 3.5 millimeters. Alright. Cool. So let's see if there's any, well, obviously there's liners here. I don't have to use the flashlight. You can see just as it's sandwiched in between the special military plastic handles and the steel liners are nestled in between. Open construction right here at least until it comes to this back spacer, which is also another plastic or a type of glass reinforced nylon. Obviously I don't mind plastic handles. As you can tell, my Spyderco is sitting right here the entire time. As long as it's built sturdy, I can care less what it's made of. If it functions and it's great, I'm gonna like it. I don't really prefer plastic handles, but if it works, it works. Price point on this knife, you're looking at $52.97, and that's without shipping and tax. So maybe like $55. I'd probably say that just to be safe. And of course, let's see how it cuts. So I'm going to bust out the paper. That was weird. Try it again. No, it's not too bad. I mean, the edge on this is, maybe I'm just not. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty good. So that is a pretty good edge. It's not the best edge, obviously. I'm sure it's not the worst. At least that I've experienced anyway. And let's see how sharp those teeth are. So here I am with a little bit of leather cord. Put that on there if I can. Yeah, those teeth are pretty vicious. You guys can see that. There it is. So yeah, that was hardly any effort there on that part. So my overall thoughts on this, I really do like it. It is very tactical, if you want to call it that. Probably not going to carry this today, only because I'm going to be carrying one of the Brian TIE Fighters. But this is a neat knife. I really do like this knife, and for 53 bucks, that's not bad. That really isn't. For a CRKT that actually has something good about it that I really enjoy. Yeah, no, I really do like that. Really very much like that. Alright, so see you guys in the next one.